Welcome back to Boddly's favorite wavery woos.
Just one more part, then we can kill her.
Boddly smells a bigger army. A big bandit bashing army.
Yes, that is all that is big here. We'll let Ridley tear her to shreds later. Yes, we managed to recruit Kaozia to our cause.
Clever boy. Big boy. Good boy. Yes. Now, let Boddly tell you all about her favor again. For those who forgot, horrible bandits stole my stone. My lovely stone. Use your army. Hurt them. Get it back. My stony wony woo.
Didn't we do that already?
No, we didn't.
Do it again.
In the previous part, we were doing side quests.
Alright.
They have a base. A nasty place. On the Sunrise Shore. Villains. Vagabonds. My stony wone is there. I know it. I feel it.
Is it going to be like that SpongeBob episode where he misses his first dime and it turns out to be massive?
Yeah, that would be
In this case, it's not so much a stone as it is a
Get
boulder.
it back for Boddly, will you? Pretty please.
Remember, Briggs, he's been in the business for a long time.
Yeah. Alright, let's get to work, my loves. Just this last favor for old Weekly, and we'll have ourselves a library card.
Why do I get the
Finally.
feeling there's fine print involved?
Alright then.
Yes, the fine print is, you have to, eat a lot of Welsh cakes.
You know what this reminds me a bit? Permit A38 from the 12 Challenges of Asterix. Although a bit more permit dweebs. Basically a document.
Oh,
If you don't
mean
remember,
the challenge that involves them going to that place that drives everyone mad, a
basically
bureaucratic office.
bureaucracy at its finest. Although here it's a bank with a bit more spiced up. Still, to get just a library card.
Alright then.
Oh, there it is.
This is this is the second time in the game that we're forced to skirmish.
Oh, level 6.
Still back to Starlight Stone. The recommended level for this skirmish is level 6. So let's go then.
What level are we?
Some are 6, some are 5. I think all of them are at level 6.
Well, what about just about to see?
Actually, I don't remember if I do check my forces. Oh, there you go.
Yes,
there you go. Dude. 6,
6,
6, and
7,
7. There you go.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
it's Riley again.
It's
Alright.
it's who again too? Sorry.
The bandit who speaks Australian.
No. It's not Tyron.
Oh,
Tyron only shows up in the Heartlands.
So, who's Riley then?
I guess another Australian bandit.
No. There's no.
Disgraceful! Do these savages know any proper order? Your Majesty, my unit is able to perform ranged attacks from here to there. Order at will.
Alright then. So, independent units. Some units, such as Mentees, have special tactics that will cause them to act independently from Evan's main force.
Alright.
They will rejoin the main force after a set amount of time has passed. What are these special abilities? Well, you'll have to check on the menu when you get a new troop. Specifically, Minty's ability is that she separates from the group and she basically stakes out people with her gun, basically.
Alright.
There you go. See.
Come, pray, give in to the barrier.
Anyway, no. So Riley is just like the only major character in these skirmishes in these skirmish plots is Tyron, the guy we stole, the guy we defeated to get the Heartlands.
What are you great
okay.
Not that way.
Well, it seems more that all the bandit leaders will speak in Australian. So I guess it's a prerogative of them in general.
It's more so because they themselves have kind of another they tie back to Tyron, basically. Let's just say. You'll see eventually when we get to.
Sure.
Drop bombs, yeah.
Indeed.
Please, not everything can be just solved with dropping bombs.
Atriteo, it's very good. It's very Chinga's special tactic is very good for dealing with a lot of forces. So yes, rebuilding and reusing enemy installations. You can spend military might to rebuild any army installations you destroy and use them for yourself. Simply hold B until they're back up and running. Rebuilding a command post will cause your military might to be replenished.
Alright.
Yep.
There you go.
Don't forget you can rebuild cannons and shit.
Exactly. Basically, whenever we take down an enemy cannon, you can rebuild it and use it as our own. There you go.
Again, traditional, standard RTS stuff. It works.
It just works.
Military might.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've noticed a bit of a slight problem in the game's audio design.
What?
What do you mean?
Oh, I get.
Preventing
Yeah,
one-liners?
I know what this is talking about. The fact that Evan is always saying something every time we tell our troops to do something. Yeah, I agree. They
I
could
don't
have.
really
They
mind
probably should have
that.
What
toned
they
that
say,
down.
the more the merrier.
I don't really mind Evan. I don't really mind Evan constantly talking. What I like is more variety in what he's saying, though.
Yeah, every time. I mean, he doesn't even say it differently. He's always the same audio file. Charge, charge, charge.
True.
Yeah.
I
It
agree.
wasn't your stone to give. It's Boddly's, and we'll be taking it back now.
Taking back the stone for Boddly.
I can't believe I am mustering my forces to help that horny woman. But for the sake of the kingdom and for the greater good, I am your kingdom. I'm the greatest good you are ever gonna get.
Your Highness, why are you sounding like an American southerner?
Let's just say there was a nice movie that came over from the other world.
There you
And
go.
people like the references
That female thief called Lily, she's the one who has the stone, so we gotta take it from her.
Attack!
Really?
Dogpile
Really?
her!
Really, Lily? I know you've got parent issues back at the
No.
Aether Foundation, but now you're stealing stuff
Right, the AO
Well, it wouldn't be
Foundation.
the first time.
from Pokemon Sun.
Basically,
Oh.
Pedro, Lily is the one who's basically lamenting over the fact that a Pokemon will not stay in her bag.
Yeah. Stay in your bag, man.
They're the same also that she has some family issues.
A lot, I should say.
Well, I guess it depends on which version of Sun and Moon you're playing.
I'm
even
going to
the
stick with
anime
OG, thank you
that,
very much.
Oh yeah, I actually prefer the OG story over what I've heard from Ultra Sun and Moon story.
It's the same one, they just altered stuff, and from what I've heard, the better.
Yeah, it sounds like the Ultra stuff in a way I don't really care for, but you know, staying that would spoil it. In the meantime, though, where is Lily?
Yeah, she's
Well,
up
for now,
there.
might as
But,
well conquer the command posts.
yes.
Oh, so she's the leader now?
Yes.
Yes.
With a few of the others.
So Riley's dead.
Forward? What way are we supposed? Other way are we supposed to go? Sir?
A moment of silence.
The gang's
All right,
here.
those
Let's
orcs, those orcs are of the sword type, which means we don't have a spear unit right now.
You're
Not
going.
just that, you may want to get your hammers away from them.
Yeah.
Consequentially.
Mr. Your Majesty, we might need a compass.
You don't say. We're trying to circumvent the orcs to
Fuck
get to
it.
them,
Fuck
actually.
it. We're just gonna bum rush them.
Wait, that sounds like what dwarves would do.
Well,
what
Jova, I
no,
can
no, Jova, that's not what I'd do. I'd just blow them up.
Well, if we don't have that ability yet, dwarves, I'm guessing that bum
Well, the
rushing
thing
them
is,
what you do.
look, we just have to defeat Lily. We don't have to actually defeat the orcs. That's not the objective. We have to
There we
defeat
go.
Lily. So there we go.
Oh, come on now. No fair. You can't nick something from me.
Sorry. What goes around comes around. Maybe these will teach you that crime doesn't pay.
All right.
Yippee! We've stopped Lily. That means the world's doomed. Oh crap!
Oh well. All right. The Starlight Stone.
Starlight Stone. Oh,
Wow, it's
shiny.
even a Starlight Stone. It's sort of similar to Nebby. Hooray! We've got Boddly's stone back! Now will someone please give it to her for
Let's
me?
head to Goldpo and get the library card.
Just make sure Team Skull doesn't pop up and get it.
Yes, let's to the library! We are getting that library card, considering everything we did for it.
All right. It's time
We
to
got
go.
also some extra material.
It's time to go back to the library. I'm sure no side quest will be in the way. I guarantee it.
There will, won't there?
There will, but again, side quests. You don't have to do it right now if you don't want to.
But knowing you might end up doing them.
Well,
Whatever,
it nets me one more citizen. So.
Hey, I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. Like, look, I'm a guy who often likes to multitask for my playthroughs, you know, doing side stuff along the main stuff, and as you've already demonstrated, but side stuff fits in quite well with the main stuff for the most part.
You were saying, Teo? Sorry.
Now, besides from what I've seen from the preview, you still managed to get the library card in this part anyway.
Yep.
Oh, hello there.
For this one, I guess I'll have Dwebs beat this guy. Why not?
Come on now, Catface. Right along, chumps. Can it really be all that bad?
You're missing your milk? Is everything alright? Cat-to-cat talk?
Sis.
You know, for cat. Given, oh my, this is all very embarrassing. You see, I was
Balky?
escorting a transfusion mountains when we were attacked by
Not for
bandits.
nothing, Dwebs, but
And-
Grimalkin are usually British.
They stole everything, even my sword. I'm a foreign Grimalkin.
Yeah, I mean, hey, by all means, I like the thought of Balky as a cat because, yeah, you're pretty much doing Balky.
Sorry, Ellen, no mistake. Think you found yourself at the wrong place at the wrong
To be
time.
fair, Jova, he has been a great one as well, so it's going.
That's maybe so, but it doesn't excuse my cowardly behavior. See, of course he's French, he's a coward. My boss hired me to protect him, and now I don't even know where he is.
No
He
comment.
disappeared after they attacked us. I'm enforcing the stereotype. Please, Your Majesty, you help a fellow Grimalkin, won't you? Will you find that stolen cargo for me and my boss?
I thought you were doing a German accent for a bit.
Go ahead.
Rusty mongrel, what kind of soldier are you asking us to clean up your messes?
He's a JRPG NPC.
Not just
What
that.
else?
Cannot do shit
Look,
like
I know it's pathetic, but what can I do without a sword? Please, I'm really worried about him.
I guess to be fair, that's a point
that's actually
there.
a good point. I mean, going in without a weapon or, other skills. is
Well,
kinda
there could have been
suicide.
the other options if we just buy him a sword and he can go.
Oh,
on
thank
merry
you, Your
way.
Majesty.
But Tia,
Thank you
this
so
I know
way
for
is-
the context of the game, it's better if we need him in our kingdom. But if it wasn't for that, there could
Go
have
ahead.
been an option.
There you go, Dwebs.
You're far too soft, Evan lad. Trying to help everyone you meet will be the death for you, mark me words. You promised now. We best head to the canyon and start asking some questions.
Also, Evan's face. So.
Oh, come on, Batu. If it worked for King Arthur, well, I'm sure it could work.
I'm just waiting that moment, the moment where Batu's words will come true in the end.
Yeah, I'm calling it right now. The main villain is gonna show up as a
Besides,
little
we-
scared girl or old man
Not
in
just
disguise
that,
asking for help.
we had not just that, we had a Darkest Tower moment in the first game. It's gonna happen also here. Come on.
Not just well, let's just say Teo. Hina wants you to think that. Whether or not he will do it, we'll see.
Really makes me think.
Anyway,
Oh, hello there.
I suppose you come to buy some of me wares, have you? Well, you've come at a bad time. I've not to sell you.
Let me guess. Raided your supplies and you went KFC the way UK did. Excuse me, we were told that a merchant and his bodyguard were attacked by bandits in this area. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Gar, I was thinking you were customers. I know not about this traveler of yours, nor a bandits either, but there's a merchant passes through these parts often enough. But yeah, what I was trying to say, remember, Till, we already met our villain, though.
Oh, wait.
Deloran, the guy who stole King's
yeah,
the King's
but
Bone.
we don't know how much he is willing to troll with that.
Also, I'm pretty sure he's not the main villain. Like, I mean, I've seen this guy, and he is obviously we want you to think this is the main bad guy, but he's really just a moot for the real bad guy.
No. Fortunately, we don't pull Golbez. No.
No.
Or
What I mean is, like,
Ganondorf.
what I mean is, or a White Witch, but what I mean is, like, well, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a super secret main villain. Like, the mouse guy does not really seem like main villain.
Actually, no, Jova. We already learned of the two things. That our villain is Deloran, and as Niall said to us before, he
There's the Hornet
wants to
one.
bring back the Horned One, which is a giant monster. That's literally it. There's no. Oh, turns out this guy was the villain all along thing.
Well, just as long as they don't pull Final Fantasy IX with the horned one, we're good.
No. The Horned One, we've already been learning. See, unlike Final Fantasy IX, Hino actually bothered to tell us about the fucking Horned One. You know?
No.
So
I don't mean it
definitely.
in that context. I don't mean it in that context. I meant in the context that the horned one is literally going to show up only at the end just to take the final boss role.
I love Final Fantasy IX, but that whole Necron thing, don't like it.
Yeah, basically, okay, I guess a better example would be sort of the Kingdom Hearts 1 syndrome thing, where, yes, we technically do learn about Ansem, who we later find out to be Xehanort's Heartless, and yes, his report does build up to him, But the guy just comes in at the last minute and usurps Disney villain roles, and that wasn't what people were expecting. And it wasn't exactly the best receiving, since as soon as he enters the plot, the thing gets really too complex or just feels a little, disconnected from the rest of things.
It's just, don't worry, the Horned One will be properly integrated into the actual story.
Oh, true. Okay, then.
It's not even just that. Again, Sakaguchi-san, yes, I get it. You did the same thing with the Cloud of Darkness, but that was back in the NES era when standards were lower. Just saying.
I mean, I guess I'm not too ticked off about, the Necron thing from Final Fantasy IX because, while that thing was handled clumsily, at the very least, I mean, it's not treated like that big a deal. It's just, we need a final boss. Now,
I wouldn't even mind it so much if it wasn't for the fact that most of what it's used is to just spot out dialogue from the freaking Phantom Menace of all things.
Okay, that was nice. But the thing is I guess I don't raise as much a fuss about that because at the end of the day,
a dodgy dealer. Hey, Debs, you can be the dodgy dealer. Oh, is Bird again? I guess I'll be the dodgy dealer.
Thank you, kindly kind man. You've made a fine choice, if I may say so. That pack's got everything you need if you're setting out on an adventure. A weapon, food, even a comfy pair of trousers.
What about a pair of panties?
This sword, it has the word Tobias written on it. Oh, that's the brand name. It's a very fine
Yes,
brand.
Yes, a Tobias brand. Of course, we all know about that. Is that so? And what's that same brand of normal yours doing embroidered in these breeches?
Oh my, did your mother make that? Well, they're made by the same company, of course.
Do you think we were born yesterday, Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is happy for Tobias kit. You pilfered it and they're trying to sell it on.
You and the bandits have been working together all along, haven't you? You pretended to hire Tobias and just so you could lure him into the canyon and steal everything he had. You're a sharp one, eh? Well, looks like you saw for our little ruse. What a shame you're not smart enough to avoid getting your stuff pinched just like your friend.
You sound like Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh!
He just over your swag and nobody gets hurt. Alright, you drongos?
If you think we'll go along quietly in your favor, you're not afraid coming. Evan lad, let's teach these scurvy dogs a lesson they'll never forget.
Trying to steal from a skilled pirate. You have a lot
they're simple mooks. We can handle them. There we go.
Slice them.
Good job. Good job, Tommy.
Arrow rain fire them.
Don't look so nervous now. Sure, it will hurt something fierce, but you don't feel it for long. You gonna kill him?
No. We're just gonna knock him out. No, stop, please, don't hurt me. I'll give you everything I stole. I'll never do anything like this again. I promise.
Sure.
And we receive our money back.
All right, I'm off. See yas.
Curse him, scurrying away like the rat he is.
Alright then.
It doesn't matter. We called what we came here for. Come on, let's go and give Tobias the good news.
Alright. Tobias this trusting traveler. Way too trusting, as we've already established. Anyway, that's about it. So, back to Gold Paul. Actually, I think I get this. Oh yeah, shiny! There you go. Now we go back to Gold Paul.
No, wait, hold on.
Well, to quote 8-Bit Theater, this rock is shiny. It must have some kind of important role in our quest.
Yes.
No, wait, hold on, Pedro. What about that penny there? Don't you want to get that too?
Penny for your faults, man.
Go ahead, Dips.
I was to get myself a new sword, but they took every penny I had.
Sorry, you didn't. Go ahead.
We got you back all your stolen things, Tobias.
Yeah, and over Tobias, Naps, what was that?
Yes, knapsack.
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much, Your Majesty. Now I have my sword back. I can go and help the merchant who hired me.
That's how we pronounce it, Pedro. Knapsack.
All right.
Actually, it turns out he was working with the bandits all along.
Oh.
What? Do you mean he tricked me?
Yep.
Never mind, lad. These things happen. You mustn't let it get you down.
But be less trusting of strangers from this point on.
I suppose you're right. I just try and focus on becoming a better swordsman. No bandit is ever getting the better of me again.
There's gonna be another side quest where Bandit gets the better of him again, isn't there?
No, this is the only time.
I'm good.
He actually does learn the lesson.
You invited me to your new kingdom? Oh goodness, what an honor. I'd love to join you there.
We are not putting you in charge of Border Patrol.
Now that is what I call a happy ending and stuff.
All's well that ends
This
well.
one looks to look on the bright side, sure enough.
He kind of looks like a cross between Robin Hood and Peter Pan.
Well, he has boots, so Pussy Boots, anyone?
All right, one more kitty for our kingdom.
So what does he have? Oh,
The kitty catty cutters. However, it's a sword unit as well, and I really need a spear unit for my army though, so it's a bit tough. Let's see. Not to mention.
Let me guess, you can have only up to 4 units.
Yeah, you can have up to 4 units per
Also,
time.
the guy who is
I
incredibly
can have more units of alcohol than
Also,
Wait, what?
Are you sure? Are you sure about
That's
that?
Really?
a bold statement, Weebs. Anyway.
Well,
Sorry.
Dibs, you
According to
seem
the
to-
court of King Leonard, he fled the kingdom when Mazinger seized power and earned the crest as a wandering sword for hire. He was well liked, as he often offered generous discounts to regular clients.
You know, Dibs, you're quite the gambling man, even including our E-free bets.
Notice that he has
are
a
you-
fish as
Yeah,
his...
I was about to notice there's a fish on his as a belt strapper thing.
You know, Dibs, it's funny.
Mimosa-san and his details.
You seem to like gambling, and the dogs in Pirate 101 are British from Marleybone. Are you from Goldenpaw? Or
Goldenpaw.
descended from somebody from Goldenpaw?
No, I'm from the Midlands.
Oh, so you're from the Midlands. Okay, so you're from Marleybone.
Marylebone's nowhere near the Midlands.
No. Marleybone. It's basically the British equivalent in Pirate 101 where all British people are dogs.
This has been British Geography by
Woof.
Squirm.
Hey, if it's any consolation, you get to have the best navy in that game.
Guys, Marylebone's where Madden to Swords, well, one of them is anyway.
Oh, so that's
Oh,
the
so
pun
you-
of that name.
Back to Evermore,
Yeah.
so we can assign Tobias to someplace. He
Alright.
actually does have an aptitude for the Explorers Guild, so we'll put him there.
Yeah, just like I noticed in his bio.
Can we fire anyone?
No.
Dweebs, come on, that's
I
rude.
guess if you
But
consider...
that's all part of running a kingdom sometimes.
Remember, Evan's main goal is to create a kingdom where everybody can live happily ever after. If he fires someone, how can that person live happily ever after?
What if that person
Well,
sucks at his job or betrays him?
or better yet, Pedro, what if that person hates his job? Then by all means, firing him will sometimes give him severance and able to do it the real life.
True, but fortunately, being a good king, I put them in jobs that they like.
Besides, I think one of the characters even said earlier, a kingdom where everyone can be happy. That's wistful thinking.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. He'll learn.
he'll
learn. with time.
never actually achieve it, obviously, but he wants to get as close to it as possible.
He'll learn, though. He has to make some necessary evils.
And
Alright.
sacrifices, I guess.
In the meantime, Evermore Outfitters.
I wonder if that's going to be the plot of... Is that going to be the plot of Nino Kuni 3? Dash tell idealism to go fuck itself.
Isn't that kind of what the first... Oh, well, yeah, maybe that may be the main point of that.
No. I'll write the plot for that.
No, Dweebs, please.
I'm kind of tempted to see where this goes.
I'll do everything that will piss Pedro off. It'll be hilarious.
Oh, so you're gonna
So-
make everybody an asshole? You're going to have devs be retconned for no reason?
So, Dweebs, you do realize that you're like Lex Luthor, the guy who wasted millions of dollars on a fake political campaign just to take Superman off. right?
Jova, if we want to, a super villain from the DC universe with just
I
a
think
villain
now
to be an
there's new
asshole.
conversations though. Go ahead. So get ready to read Shiroi and Dwebs, I think.
Sure.
If I remember correctly.
Alright, here we go.
Oh, actually,
No!
No, I just went to check. There isn't.
Evan goes under the
No,
corner.
well, remember, the conversations in the throne room change as the plot moves forward, so I always go back real often to check if there's any new conversations.
Anyway, Tio, finish up your file quick.
No, I'll mention it later. Don't worry, Jova. I remember that.
I don't know. Looks like we're just looking at the map.
Well, basically, Jova, if you want to search for a super villain that's just a villain for being Dick, Black Manta is a better candidate.
True.
Remember, Jova, that's the guy who invented any kind of excuse just to be a dick against Aquaman.
Alright. Here we go.
Alright. Speaking of sacrifices.
Well, did you bring me my stony wonny woo?
Yes, here's your precious evolution stone.
You got it back! You got it back! Beautiful, wonderful boy! Yes!
Stay away, please.
Help.
Give me
Bright, so bright, so
vibrant
shiny,
card.
shiny, shiny, blinding, so bright it hurts like a shiny, shiny star.
You sound like you enjoyed that too much.
You did it, yes.
You sound like you haven't taken your meds today.
Watch it make a terrible mess of everything. Watch it be slaughtered, but you did it. Yeah.
Thanks for
I'm
the
so
confidence.
glad to see
A
you
deep
had a
red
wavering
rose.
bout of confidence.
A hot horn and a shiny, 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 shiny stone. I have them all
Yes,
at last.
shiny. We get it.
Gee, are these the mystical
Hold on,
items needed
Joe.
to make a library
It's
card?
time, my loves. It's time. Time at last. At long, long last.
Time for what?
What? I'm afraid.
Time to make up the most
Yeah,
marvelous
me too.
makeup that's ever been made up. The luscious, lascivious, lustrous lipstick Boddly likes to call Gobsmear.
Let me
Yes.
say, now we're in a YouTube makeup tutorial.
I poked
no
a
words.
dragon for this.
I love how Tanya was all like she even put her hand in her like oh god that was gonna be a stroke.
I go the flipping minute. You put us forward, not just for a new shade.
Honestly, is it like even with everything that's going on with the dialogue, it's just fun to watch Tawny in the background.
all the guys.
Yeah.
I need it. Never know when handsome young man might come along. Yes, I'll just pop it on. Wait here, dears.
Oh, please.
Lofty, where's my
I have no words.
I must scream.
Where
Well, dude, it's
is
Boddly. Did you expect anything less?
Lofty?
Yes.
There you go.
You look like a Christmas tree.
Back now, darlings. Sorry to keep you waiting.
We started armies for this.
That's like that scene where Ursula makes take lipstick to her.
Lofty.
Beautiful, yes.
I,
Pretty, pretty.
Evan.
I would like to phone a friend on this one.
Evan, run.
Yes.
Okay.
That
I'm
card
going
is
to phone a friend on this. Lofty, you answer this one.
I think Tawny just left the room.
As your king, I order you to.
Well, as your kingmaker, I say I
I have it at last. My lovely, lovely lipstick. I am pretty again. Beautiful. Ravishing. Yes. All thanks to you.
Long
Is
as you
it
sleep well at
anti-aging
night.
lipstick?
Yeah, and Boddly is a woman of her word. Yes, you shall have your library card, my dears.
Oh,
Yay.
thank God.
She ended up, she gave up, she ended up living at her end of the bargain, so.
Oh, she
A lovely
did.
little
We have had a
library
boss
card
battle.
filled with all
We
Boddly's
have
love.
had a boss battle.
So there you go, a library card.
That also kind of runs into something else, but I'll mention later.
You are free to browse my bookie wookies. Lucky, lucky you.
So what does the next
All
one
the
with
knowledge in the
Mitsadu
world
wants-
sleeps on these shelves. So, Mr. Teo, it's time for you to read some lore. So get ready. All of it, and now it's to wallow in, to bathe in, to slather all your little minds.
Hey, this is all the missing lore from Final Fantasy XIII's trilogy.
This is all what's in
Oh,
the
Lofty can't reach the books.
Let's read up and take a look around. We need to find information that will help us in our kingdom.
And if we look here, we'll find the missing plot
I'm
of
going
Final
to
Fantasy
hunt down some
15.
books about the nations of your world and their histories.
They say that scholars are slowly but surely adding that lore to the actual game, bit by bit.
takes a while. I mean, guys will be there eventually on like 13, but
Oh,
I
now we're
don't know.
controlling Roland. Yay!
I wonder if
lead
people
book.
are still waiting for the we swear.
At long
it's-
last, I have completed it. Behold the luscious lipstick Boddly likes to call Gobsmere. If anyone would like to see it in action, take Boddly out for a romantic candle Disney Whimsy dinner. You know where to find her.
I can't wait to see what the comments
You
are.
know what? I think this is time.
Gosh,
we
I've never
should
seen
adopt-
anything quite like it.
Only
I
the
mean,
best for Boddly.
It really suits you.
I do not know quite what to say.
That's some next level makeup right there. Come on.
Come on.
Are there no
hi.
suitors for Boddly?
You see, this is the part where we actually take on Kamiya's routine.
Alright, Taylor, go ahead.
There's a book entitled Broadleaf, a guide.
Oh yeah, this is the narrator. Would you like to read it?
Would I like to read it? I don't
Go
know.
ahead, Taylor.
Kingdom of the Cutting Edge, located at the center of Autumnia, Broadleaf is one of the world's newest nations. Once just a tiny settlement hidden amid dense forest, Zip Vector's inventions and business savvy had turned into one of the world's most technically advanced kingdom. Bastion is a kingmaker. He's said to be more concerned with self-improvement than protecting Israel.
Well, hopefully he's not hollow about it.
All of Broadleaf's
Hollow
institutions
Bastion.
are situated in a giant tower known as the Tree House,
Yes.
which is also the headquarters of Nintendo. The
Yes.
kingdom was founded on a rich seam of magical ore, the intensive mining and exploitation of which fueled its explosive development. It also caused the local environment to become terribly polluted.
Speaking of Nintendo and Square Enix,
Practical technology for all
oh.
several conflicts have been taken place between the people of Broadleaf and the local monsters over control of the region's resources. Tensions remain high to this day. Many bandits and monsters attack the treehouse during this construction, but they proved no match for Broadleaf's advanced weaponry. These battles were an excellent showcase of a company's wares.
Alright.
Wow, that was quite a bit to read. But yeah,
If you don't, if you want to skip these particular texts, a lot of the essential stuff will still show up in the actual main story and side quests, so you don't have to sit down and read all of this if you
I
don't
guess
want
this
to.
is foreshadowing more than anything.
Not just that, it's more
nice
it's for people
detailed
it's for
information
people
that
like
works
you
all the
too.
same.
It's for people. Hino thought of you.
Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
like
it's like
lore.
I like lore too.
Well, that some people don't like to
yeah.
read lore. They want
this
it to be
actually is
they want it to
important.
be told in the actual story. But I can understand.
on.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's
Taylor.
simple. Then they can just
Allegoria,
spam
a long
X.
lost magical kingdom. Allegoria was a large kingdom that once stood in the continent of Nazca. Its kingmaker was known as the Horned One and was possessed of great power and great volatility. Doloran, Allegoria's last king, was unable to control this fearsome creature, and his kingdom and the land of which it stood were lost. It was said to be beautiful, peaceful place, but no trace of it remains.
All right, we're learning a lot today, aren't we?
Atlantis. It's Atlantis.
Not just that, it followed the same fate as the Nazcans.
The kingdom of Nazca is just doomed to die, isn't it?
Maybe
Nazca.
that's something like Curse the Raid or something.
All right,
Oh,
my
I-
favorite kingdom, Hydropolis.
Oh, Hydra City.
Hydropolis.
Any
All
minute
right.
now.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Taylor.
An ocean kingdom governed by strict rules. Hydropolis is a maritime kingdom comprising
Maritime.
several islands known collectively as the Hydropelago. The population is mostly made up of humans and merfolk. Fishing dominates the economy, with its fresh seafood fishes being highly regarded. Brian Skimmer, the nation's kingmaker, lives beneath the sea and is rarely seen.
We're gonna fight him, aren't we?
Well, obviously. Well,
Also,
Morris
I love
probably
how in a
Morris
place with-
kingmaker.
I love how in a place with merfolk, fishing is still quite
Oh,
prominent.
let
I
Taylor
guess the
read. Go
merfolk
ahead.
are okay
Queen
with that.
Nerea, the ruler of Hydropolis, has decreed a number of activities to be strictly forbidden. Furthermore, tourists and merchants from overseas are forced to pay punitive taxes, meaning that although the kingdom is a beautiful place, it seldom receives any visitors. Many locals object to these draconian rules, and thought local officials do their best to suppress this dissatisfaction, it is yet to be fully quelled. Other forms of privacy. Humans and merfolk now coexist peacefully in Hydropolis, but this was not always the case. Land and sea battles between the two races once raged for a period of several decades. The fighting did not come to an end until a human was able to overcome Brian Skimmer's brutal trial and form a king's bond with
That was the first king of Hydropolis. We're gonna learn about him
that
later.
was King Graham.
Hey, Dwibs.
Yes.
Country that kind of had a war because it tried to force punitive taxes on people.
Yeah,
Doesn't
Jeff,
that
honestly.
sound familiar?
Yeah, honestly, Jeff, I think we need to
Kingdom
find
where
an
all is
example.
left to luck. Gold
Well, they
Point
must have
large
had
kingdom
enough-
situated in
oh.
the southern part of the Summerland. The local population is dominated by dog folk. Gold Paw, everything is left to chance, even the tax rate is determined by the roll of a die. Longfang, the local kingmaker, is held in high esteem on account of his reputation as a bringer of good fortune.
While Texas
Oh, cool.
are
Are we gonna learn anything new about it in this text?
While Texas are a problem in Hydropolis as well, Jova, they're not the focus at all like in Goldpaw. There's a much bigger problem in Hydropolis, I assure you.
I don't know. I'm talking about how they make a big deal about how they force punitive taxes on them, because that's a certain bout of history that no one will ever forget.
Go ahead.
Gambling is part of day-to-day life in Goldpaw. His straight-operated casino is also popular with visitors of the kingdom. Fortune telling is also high praised, and the local people tend to consult the stars in times of confusion and distress. As a result, the little Goldpaw, everyone knows as the Grind High Roller, has tended whatever, a beacon of regional peace. The port of Capstan upon Hull is considered part of Goldpaw for administrative purposes. Goldpaw once sought to gain controls over other settlements on the Elder Downs,
The region.
but their attempts were repelled in a series of bloody battles. These scars have long since healed, however, not least because many people from the provinces have since moved to Goldpaw in search of fortune.
Yeah. We'll get to Capstan Pond Hall shortly after this.
Alright, have any fun something?
Gosh, look at all these books. This puts the library back in Ding Dong Dell to shame.
True.
Indeed.
So,
Flip it, man. It took you a lifetime and a half to get through all this stuff. We best make sure we pick our reading material wisely, innit?
That's okay, Lofty. The game has picked it out for us.
Oh, bloody thanks.
Alright.
So, Bato, what are you checking out there?
Gah, at least a book will make a pillow when you're tired of trying to make sense of the accursed. If you tried out one of these great rocky nonsenses.
Yeah, they still Boddly still has books from the time when people wrote in stone. That's how much of an awesome librarian she is.
or
It's
an
like-
old librarian she is.
It's like if the Library of Alexandria never burned out.
You know what? I'm genuinely convinced that she was around when that was.
Oh, hi, Millennia. If you forgot who
Oh.
Millennia is, she's that
I know,
annoying
I remember
teacher.
her.
There you go,
I'm still mysterious, by the way.
Go ahead,
Alright,
Teo.
a kingdom steeped in history and tradition. Dingdondale is a kingdom situated in the northern part of Summerlands. With Alkim, Mousekind, and Human have coexisted there for centuries. It has the longest history of any of the world's nation battle, please. Thanks to in no small part to the unwavering protection of his kingmaker, the noble Oakenheart.
A little fan service for the girls there.
The cats and mice of Dingdondale have a long history of animosity. Indeed, according to an account, there was once a war between them that lasted several centuries. Some even claim that the Mousingers, a famous mouse clan, were driven into the sewers while their Grimalkin oppressors lived peaceful lives above ground.
That's right, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
boy.
And now,
Local
you see,
humans try to avoid becoming involved in this conflict and make politics a wide berth.
you see,
Huh.
guys.
Well, now this kind of
being a
past-
cat lover himself, he now has decided to expose something that other cat lovers like Shiro have been trying to hide for centuries. That cats are
Yeah.
evil, racist oppressors.
The children have ruled over
Excuse
Dingdondale for
you?
generations. Till
Well,
culture
to be
that
fair,
to
sure,
kill
even
them.
cats
Oh,
and dogs kind of.
Cats
pointed
are
that out.
assholes, but don't pull the racist card.
It's up to date. The mice saw an opportunity to stage a coup and drove the boy.
Yeah, he's even saying it there. There you go.
Alright. I think that's about as much as we need to know for now.
Suddenly,
so
this
enlightened.
casts how things were with Ding Dong Dell in the previous game in a different light.
Can't believe there's already stuff in here about the coup over in Dingdondale. This place is more up to date than it looks. God damn it, you know.
Wait a minute, there's something a little fishy about this.
Well, more like it gets updated regularly.
But who
I'm
would
gonna
have
catch up with
presented
the
the
hours.
tomes
You're
for that,
up.
though?
This is something that you've been trying to hide, right, Shiro? The fact that cats are evil, racist oppressors who have been oppressing the mice.
Maybe
What about
it's
mice
just about-
lovers? Why would you think of mice lovers?
Maybe it's
I'm good,
about if
thanks,
the mice were evil, but the cats were kind of just bad and enforcing stuff.
The cats
no,
are just
Rana.
misunderstood.
Oh,
Sure
of
they
course.
are, Shiro.
Uh,
Sure they are.
Okay, Shiroi, has Valentine ever been truly kind to you?
Looks like
He tolerated me.
Okay.
And that's the most I ever got.
Remember, Jova, you don't
You sound like a
cat, and the
Stepford
cat owns
Smiler
you.
when you say that.
All right,
Anyway.
so time to talk about what
It's
we just
recap
learned.
time.
Yeah.
Alright. I think I read off the history of pretty much every major nation in your world. This place sure has seen its fair share of wars. Though I guess that's true of my world too.
Yep.
It is a parallel.
We don't have much furry people, but if this stuff is anything to go by, the only way to steer clear of all the fighting will be to have no contact whatsoever with any other country. Period.
And that can be hard. So
Not to start, try
Precisely the
impossible.
jolliest of conclusions, but it sounds about right to me.
Like, hey, most of the Middle East tried to just do that before World War II started. That went well.
sure.
Not.
She's thinking.
Jova?
Roland,
I've been thinking.
Actually, that's
Oh,
seven.
you know,
And I sound like
Now
a
I'm
woman
stealing
there
your
for some reason. What if we could unite the world Fire Nation style? If our world were one big country...
Careful.
So you want us to go back to prehistoric times?
Careful,
Hey,
Evan, you might start speaking in German at this point.
Well, there would be no one to fight, would there? Evan, that's exactly what Snowson thought before he
That's-
used the comet.
That's,
Of course, that's an amazing idea. You're a genius.
We will unite the
No.
world under one flag, under one nation where there would be peace.
Roland, you want to jump in anytime? You might know a thing or two.
Come on,
Yeah.
Roland. Your country has fought several countries.
Sure, unite the world and there be no one left to fight. That will certainly put an end to war.
It's a pipe dream.
But look at these books. Read what we're saying. Nobody in history has ever come close to doing what you're proposing.
For a
Roland, that's
very
not even the
good
point.
reason.
Roland, please.
Hmm.
No,
I want you to be the
Librarian-
voice of reason here, Roland.
Oh yes, they have. Yes.
No, the librarian is not going to convince us of this.
Hold on. She
Really?
actually has something to tell us that it's not in the books.
Sure.
I was right. She was around. She's that old.
She's like Olgra in the dark. Ah!
Marv?
Ferdinand, mighty Ferdinand. Yes.
Oh, never mind. The hair's not blue.
Wrote a great treaty, Declaration of Interdependence. Got them all to sign it. Great big countries, teeny weeny countries, all of them. Yes. So
How did
basically,
John
so
Cena do
yeah.
it?
Apparently, a long time ago, there was someone who did manage to unite the entire world. He was a
I
hero,
wonder.
my hero, so handsome.
Oh God, he's your dead husband, isn't he?
No, please.
Sure.
Amazing. So someone has done it before.
Yeah. Rome technically had a year piece, and then it all went to crap.
Actually, he
I think-
didn't, but whatever. You'll see, Joe.
But I just read every history book in here, and no one of them seemed so much mentioned.
Of course not. It's top secret. Only special people know.
You
We're not-
cheat.
we're not-
You
we're
are
not-
full of it.
We're not going down the Superman 4 route. Of
No. Don't worry.
And there will be peace, and there will only be peace, but only when people want it to.
No. Don't worry. It's not gonna be like that. Don't worry about that.
All right, everyone. Let's head back home and decide what we're going to do next.
Besides, he's the king. I think everyone should tell him the hard truths at some point.
Unless he tries to go and force it, but well, I mean that would just be evilness born out of
Not
good
to mention,
intentions.
not to mention, Dwibs. I mean, it's. I mean, if nobody ever tried to break the status quo, great things would never get accomplished.
Wait a minute, hold on. Cat famed has good intentions.
Have fun to
Was
be young.
forced out-
Carpe diem, dog. Ha 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 ha. All of the children
Ah.
evermore love their teacher, Yukon. She's so kind and sweet. There is nothing she won't do for them. Ah, being a kid was great. I wish life was still that simple. Oh, I would do anything to return to my carefree childhood. Anything.
Wait a minute, Lofty. When did
Not
you
that
let
being a
someone
grown-up is
named
terrible,
Yukon?
mind you.
Sus.
Oh my, Loft. When
Wants
did we
to-
let
go ahead,
someone
Joe.
called
Wow,
Yukon?
those mustaches.
No comment.
Jova?
Oh, that's me. Here's the latest installment in my series of profiles of folks with more talent than the most. This time I wanted to introduce you to Chi P, a master competent whose skill with a hammer is second to none, whether he's building or battling.
I picture someone a little more flamboyant.
I have seen him cut stone like it was butter.
I saw him lift a log like it was a matchstick.
And guess who's? And by the way, Theo, guess who's back from the first game? Swift Solutions. Wherever you go, people will always need a helping hand. That's why I've decided to take Swift Solutions on the road. Look out for me and all my important quest board on your travels. I may even be able to help you find fresh talent for your fledgling kingdom.
Okay. I hate to admit
It's a
it.
trap.
I forgot. Who's this guy from the first game? I literally
Swift
don't recall
Solutions.
ever seeing him.
Basically, but Pedro didn't show much in the actual game. Basically, he gives us
The side quests,
mines,
basically.
and as rewards, he gives stamps that, when collected, gives us bonus.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't know because I never played the first game, so yeah.
Don't worry, it's not important anyway. So it's
Alright,
just a little bit of consistency between games. That's all you need to know.
I guess we will learn about what banner we'll be choosing in the next
Yes,
part.
basically, everybody, in the next part, we go back to our kingdom, and we're going to properly define our primary goal from this point on as a kingdom. So,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
to unite Dwebs, to unite the world, and well, it's like I told you before, Dwebs. If nobody ever tried to break the status quo, great things will never get accomplished.
But that's the problem. We've tried this shit dozens of times.
Well, Dwebs, Evan wants to try it his way, I guess. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see.
So see everybody.
See ya.